Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Lobotomy Corporation. In the last episode, we got through day 26. Almost went bad for us right there at the very end. That green noon. Oh my god, that green noon killed so many clerks in the entire facility. And that almost caused the Black Swan to have trouble. And it caused Clouded Monk to escape. I have a hunch that's going to be a theme going forward when Green Noon shows up. I'm going to try to make some new combat groups in order to deal with Green Noon in the future. Otherwise, we did some work with the new abnormality, Fragment of the Universe. We'll take a quick peek at him when we get to the deployment screen. And nothing else went bad. We got some more equipment unlocked, and at the end of the day, we got a containment unit which possessed a HE. None of them were an ALF. Let's go ahead and get to the deployment screen and see how we're looking for day 27. Whoa, that loaded ridiculously fast. I finally got over the hump. Alright, everyone. So, yesterday, we were working with the Fragment of the Universe, a TETH, which generally seems to mean that it works a lot better with lower level agents than with higher level ones. And I was successful at choosing attachment work as the thing to do with it, because I saw a bunch of hearts on it, and I'm like, oh, okay, seems like it's happy. We'll go ahead and assign someone to work with it who can keep it happy. And, for the most part, it kind of worked out. It's difficult to keep this thing in containment, because when the work result is normal, its Kuploth counter lowers. And I guess it has a Kuploth counter probably of 3. 2 or 3 is my guess, because it wasn't always escaping. But it did escape a lot. I think we had to beat it up 3 times total, maybe even 4 times yesterday. The good news is that will play in very nicely with the new mission we have here. The first one for the disciplinary team. Suppress 5 abnormalities of risk level HE or lower. So that's going to be probably Fragment of the Universe, Funeral of the Dead Butterflies, Scarecrow Seeking Wisdom, Forsaken Murderer, and maybe Scorched Girl. Or actually, Scorched Girl. She's easy. This guy's really freaking annoying when he breaks out, so I don't think we're gonna practice on him. But that will be the plan today. In addition, for today's work, I will probably be trying to do the Dusk ordeal, unless something really bad happens during the day, and I want to just call it quits early. Or I end up retrying and then feel a little too guilty extending out the game to try a Dusk ordeal later and risk retrying again, because I have got no clue what the Dusk ordeals are like. We'll be attempting this, so we'll see how that goes for me. And also, when we check this abnormality, as I mentioned, we got a new HE abnormality of some type. And I think this was a fantasy-themed one that I picked up. Something about snow melting. And the palace collapsing. And I was thinking maybe it's like the Snow Queen or the White Queen, the White Witch, from the Narnia series. But maybe it's like a snowman, actually, or something to that effect. Like the evil-looking snowman in the in the Clay Fighter video game. Well, in any case, I've already assigned the equipment for everyone that they're going to be having today, and I'm all set, so I'm going to cut the recording here. We'll quickly look at all our people and what gear they've got, and then we'll be back to start management. So 1 second, everyone. Alright, everyone. Let's go ahead and look at our characters before we head on out in there. So we've got Admiral Fang. Robert Baron looks pretty good in Letitia's armor. I, looking snazzy as always in my suit with pipe. JZ sporting that amazing bow tie. David C looking serious with the regret. Alexander looking a bit silly with all that Christmas, but it still looks good. Helmet hair looking great. Like to stay home, winking with the sheep armor. That looks fantastic. Donna looking as smug as always with her samurai armor. Not too thrilled with students with the Christmas. Master Survival looking serious with the dark armor and the rifle. And then Soul Hacker with the rifle and regret. Chris looking always like he belonged for the Revolution with that armor. Dia and of course Haisul both with Black Swan. Help keep them alive. Jason with the amazing headdress from Black Swan. Windwater looks pretty good. Tillman with Discord and the Umbrella. Destruction. wearing the Jedi robes, basically, and wielding a rake. Like the Seidei. I don't know about that outfit, but the sword is really nice. Bruno's going to try out our new monk weapon and a Dorkable with Ecstasy and the Naginata. I think we're all set. We're going to go ahead and... Oh, that was a great cut there because the music had stopped. All right. Let's do it. Day 27 begins. All right, everyone. So here's going to be the plan for this day. We have the task from the disciplinary team. So I would like to let out 5 HE or lower abnormalities throughout today to complete that task. If things go well and we are able to get through the noon without any trouble, I may decide to try the Dusk ordeal today. And if that goes poorly, then we will go ahead and let out a few other abnormalities and see about getting some practice. Because if I'm going to end up retrying the day, we may as well throw, go full tilt, let everything out, and die horribly. And I think, am I going to do this on screen? Maybe I am, because we're going to have a lot of time to do stuff. Oh, and everyone, I will probably interrupt, I think, 2 to 5 times today to talk while in-game. Just to give my quick thoughts about what's going on, especially when... there's no way for me to get around it, especially when things start to go wrong. If you see me pausing a lot, it's probably because I am I lost him. I am trying to look at my book to figure out where people are supposed to be assigned. Oh, and everyone, today is the same day that I recorded the voice for the other part, day 26. And so I don't have any comments on that part because it hasn't been uploaded to my YouTube channel yet. So I apologize, but I won't be reading any comments today on stream. I've got some time, and my cough is almost completely gone. And so I really want to get some voice recorded for Lobotomy Corporation. Alright, so what's going on? Okay, yes. So, having witnessed me struggle to bring people to the abnormalities when the meltdowns occurred, I am going to be assigning people to different regenerator rooms in order to be close to the abnormalities that they will be working on. So we're doing exactly what I had done in the past. I think this is a smart idea in the end. But I'm also not going to be assigning any combat groups as I used to. My experience yesterday on the 26th, and looking at my combat groups I've written down, I don't know how happy I am about using them. I tend not to do so, and I don't know how efficient it is doing so. We really struggled to get past that green noon. I need to rethink what people need to be in which groups to tank different sorts of ordeals going forward. For example, Windwater could be the main tank, and that could have 3 other ranged units with him, doing light damage to bring down the noon ordeals. Or we just swap tanks, and we move that group around to defeat all the noon ordeals that when we encounter them, for example. I'm no longer content to have just, like, a group consisting of all the black and pale damage melee users I've got. And I need to consider the types of armor that my tanks are wearing in the future also. Oh. Hey, Tim. It's Tim. I'm gonna cut this so everyone can get to their place and get them assigned to their regenerator rooms. Give me a few seconds. Alright, Tim, that's fine. Go right ahead and do that. Alright, it's done. The powers of video editing. Alright, so everyone's where I want them being, near the abnormalities they're working on. This way, when they finish that work, they go right back to the regenerator room that I had them sitting in to begin healing again. Now it's just a matter of figuring out who in each of these rooms is supposed to work with each abnormality. You'd think it would be easy for me to look at the book and figure it out, but I'm not used to it quite yet. Like, let's say Ney needs hit points, which is why he's going to Black Swan to get them. And Mushroom Students should be able to handle the Redota of the Sleigh. It's the wows that I kind of want. Oh, I'm lighting up there in case someone loses their mind. I want my white range damage to help me cover that person. It's going to be the WoW abnormalities I'm interested in working with to start, because they generate the most PE boxes, and I'm going to want more PE boxes in case we lose people with that equipment. and I decide to keep on soldiering forward despite the loss of people. Also, I want work done with other abnormalities who have gear that I really like being able to reacquire if I lose people. I also just like having a small backlog of PE boxes on all the abnormalities, but we're done with the Zayans. We have like 400 something PE boxes with them, and here's our new abnormality. I don't think I looked at it. I thought I did. I must have done that off screen, because we're totally not doing it now. But okay, and what I'm doing right here is I'm indicating to myself, like, it's insight or repression. I don't know which of those it is looking at what's in there. It's filled with ice, and we can see frost and smoke or fog on the ground, thanks to the condensation there. And it's wearing a giant white cape with a sword made of ice pointed tip down in her two hands. Her head is not attached to her body. It's levitating off of it as well. And if I zoom in later, I think I'll do that to watch how the work is going. You'll hear the sound of like icy winds blowing all throughout the containment unit. It also looks like I've done 2 turns of the backwards clock in the time it took me to get people walking to different places. Dia already has the heart equipped, I can tell, because she's only down 15 hit points. And I'm leaving Chris all alone, because, again, he's still using the Freischutz's 1 bullet. So actually, it is a surprisingly nice weapon, by the way. I thought it was an HE, but no, it's a WoW rifle, so it's powerful. There she is. Containment unit is storming with a frosty blizzard. We'll get to watch both of these people work on these abnormalities. I'm really nervous. I don't know what this is going to do, but I'm guessing it's insight. It might be instinct, actually, to keep your temperature up in order to do some actual physical work, but it looks like I guessed correctly. And I immediately earned some PE boxes. We earned 16 PE boxes. 70% chance of success with insight. Repression, not at all. Good thing I chose insight then. Okay, and instinct does work, actually, with it increasing as you go higher level. So I'm a little worried that she works like our Scarecrow or our Funeral of Dead Butterflies, and there's a requirement for certain types of virtues, and she'll break out even though the work was good. Alright, nice. Scarecrow searching for wisdom. That'll give us a few more PE boxes to get that last rake. I'm just looking around to see if I'm happy with where everyone is. Ooh, destruction. You're taking a lot of sanity damage. Oh, you're wearing his armor, which is weak against... Scarecrow searching for wisdom broke out of its containment unit. Let's suppress it before it wreaks havoc. Okay, Tipperith. What happened? How did that happen? I need to go over there with my crossbow to help destruction in case he goes insane. And right now I'm like, who this didn't work? With Scarecrow? Because it was a normal work. I want to make sure I don't assign this person over here again. My list is wrong. The chart of who's working with who today. Master of Survival has Prudence level 3. So he can't work with him without him breaking out. Well, the good news is this is then one of the HE or lower abnormalities. And he's not too difficult to suppress. We have Dia and Windwater right there. And he's single target only with his attacks, doing really purple damage. I should be using bullets to get used to them, but I'm totally not going to do that. Yeah, he's not so difficult. Well, it helps that I have decent level agents there to suppress him when he escapes. I still want all the stuff from Fragment of the Universe. So, yep, we're going to keep working with it. Once I'm done with all of its equipment, though, I won't be working with Fragment again, I think. It's difficult to get... even 50% of the PE boxes can be difficult. And the work result was normal, so I'm going to watch Clouded Monk and see if his Quilpaloth counter lowers. Admiral Fang, yep, needs to do work with Funeral of the Dead Butterfly, so over she goes to get that done. Clouded Monk's Quilpaloth counter did not lower. We have a Purple Dawn showing up. I think I get a little confused, and... I'm pretty sure I try to handle it like it was a red dawn, not a purple dawn. but it's still easily handled, as long as I kill the ones that show up in the departments that have abnormalities that I don't want escaping within. Not lady facing the wall. The crossbow is just too useful. That's an amazing weapon. It's an HE from her, and as long as you have, I think it's what, Prudence level 4 and Fortitude level 4, or it might be Prudence level 3, Fortitude level 3, you can use it without any penalty. It's a fantastic ranged weapon. Now, I need to do more work with the wows. We want to get the energy that we need. Redouble of the Slay was not like that say nay. And just at this moment, it occurs to me that I set JZ to work with Dreaming Current, and JZ's not wearing armor to deal with Dreaming Current. She takes extra black damage, but I'm hoping that she'll survive that encounter anyway. I think everyone over there is wearing armor that doesn't deal with Dreaming Current very well. And at this point, I don't know what Dreaming Current does when it escapes. I'm surprised, like, Tillman's Discord... Well, Discord armor isn't hot armor. Nice, Fragment of the Universe went rather well this time. Good job, Mujin students. And Tillman, you went well with this abnormality. I like this abnormality. We're getting a lot of PE boxes working with her. I'll need more with Letitia. Destruction, you can go in and get some PE boxes for us, I think. Oh, or not, because you don't need any more temperance. So instead you'll wind the backwards clock a bit in case we need it. If we try a Dusk event, I may decide to sacrifice someone. That means a level 5 in order to turn that backwards clock and get rid of the ordeals that show up, since I don't know what a Dusk is going to be like. We still need plenty of PE boxes to unlock Fragments of the Universe's equipment. We're going to focus on that. Attachment is a good choice for her as well. All increasing levels as the person is higher level. So I really like her. 91% chance to get PE boxes. When the worker result was normal, the employee was kissed by this abnormality with a normal probability. Okay? When the work result was bad, the employee was kissed by this abnormality with a high probability. So her Kupolov counter is not lowering. The employee who received this second kiss forgot everything and was trapped inside the containment unit. Okay, so we gotta do good work with her at the very least. So, and you can only get one kiss. If you get a second kiss, you're imprisoned in it. So my guess is it works a little bit like Spider Butt at this moment. Oh, I'm looking to see, is it safe for me to send Dia in there? Does the Heart of Aspiration actually kill her if I assign her to do any work before fighting? And no, it's only returning it to the stand. Helmet hair? He can do it. He can do it. He's wearing good armor to resist that white damage. He can do it. I guess I'm going to listen to that for a little bit and zoom in. I think I'm going to try to watch and see if it heals Helmet Hair, if he takes any damage. Dia's doing well. Scarecrow's doing well. We have good results for Funeral Dead Butterflies and Lady Looking to the Wall. So far, things are under control. Was that Robber Baron? No, it's not Robber Baron. Oh crap! Who's that in there with the Scarecrow? I forget. Helmet Hair. We earned 50% of the energy as well, and we haven't even reached the Dawn event yet. This is fantastic. Working with these higher level abnormalities is earning us quite a bit more PE boxes than working with all the techs and the information team. But we still need to do that so I can get some stat ups on all my other level people. Same thing with the training department. To avoid the deadly third kiss and rescue the trapped employee, a duel with this abnormality must be commenced. Only those with a high fortitude will be able to rescue the employee. Let's make sure to rescue them before the day is over. Okay. So someone with like fortitude level 5 and lots of hit points needs to walk in there if someone gets imprisoned in the ice. 18 PE boxes, 100% success with her as well. Clouded Monk also only had 50% with plus 12. Darn it. It's a shame. Clouded Monk's actually difficult to work with also. But I need to keep working with them. I want more PE boxes in case we lose one of his suits of armor. Armor's just okay from him. I don't like the increased sanity damage, but 0.5 red damage reduction on a WoW suit of armor is nice. I like that. We're winding up. Yep, we're going to wind that. Are we going to wind backwards clock again? Hey, our first spear from Fragment of the Universe. Oh, and Tim, you'd be careful, because we're gonna get the Purple Dawn. Yes, okay, so I'm thinking this is the Red Dawn, and that we're getting clowns, and I'm moving people around in order to stop the clowns from reaching the abnormalities I really care about. I don't want any of my wows up here being released. Yin, Yang, Dreaming Current, the Black Swan. We haven't seen those get released yet, and I'm not ready to see them released yet. So I want to make sure that when the clowns show up, they don't go over here and immediately try freeing them. Of course, we're not getting those clowns. We're getting these moving stomachs or hearts or whatever they are. But I don't realize that until it actually spawns them. And then I realize my mistake. Still, it'll be perfectly fine. Crispatai goes up there because those are two abnormalities I really don't want escaping. And I've had clowns try both doors at the same time, so his gun is perfect for that hallway in particular. Crispatai will always be moved to that hallway to deal with the red ordeals when they happen. Alright, let's do some work with, I guess, Void Dream. Plus 12. Whoever I signed to work with Scorch Girl did really well. No one's working with Forsaken Murderer today. I'm probably going to send Mujum Sturlutins in to work with Fragment of the Universe, is my guess. And that's what I'm doing. Alright, here we go. And right here, I realize, oh! This is the Violet Dawn. This is the stomachs. Okay, well, we can handle them pretty easily. I don't know if this Ice Queen can escape, and so we're gonna send, yep, I'm keeping a Dorkable and Dia there, because I wanted to make sure that clown gets killed really quickly. Nice! Chris will handle that one all by himself. Hopefully we don't lose a clerk, but I think that one clerk's walking in there in order to be killed. No, they should kill that one. Oh, the weapon, the monk weapon. I notice that the monk weapon is better than it lets on. The damage looks like it was, the spread was more than just 3 through 5. I saw 1 through 5. But it attacked, when an attack was made, 3 hits were landed. Which is surprising. So it does a little more damage than I thought it would do. I'm tempted to... Actually, Bruno is also in the disciplinary team. So I'm curious if that weapon does increase damage the slower that you swing it. Well done, everyone. Actually, that 1 red damage might have been from a clerk shooting that stomach. Black Swan is still at 5, which is Clouded Monk is still at 3. We're gonna get some work done now that that 1 stomach is destroyed. Still, I might need someone to rescue someone else from that new abnormality, so that's why they're hanging out there. Oh, okay. I want to release 5 HE abnormalities or lower on the threat level. So that means we need to let out the Funeral of the Dead Butterflies, which is why Tillman's going in there. And there was the last stomach defeated. And now I try to get everyone back to the rooms. And I actually think I remember what rooms they were all in. No, I don't. I don't remember where Stutens was. Oh, wait. Stutens, you're up here. Who's in the sheep armor? You were in the sheep armor last episode, I think, not this one. JZ is... Oh, he's... Oh, right. Jazid was working with Dreaming Current. Alexander, what were you working on? You need hit points. I think you're in the training team. So is Robert Barron, and so is Bruno. I was tempted to have Bruno work with Crumbling Armor on Justice today, to have someone else get that buff. But I'm a little nervous that I'm going to forget he's got it, and send him in some place to do attachment work, and he'll end up dying. Oh my god, that was really close, Tim. That was Insight you selected on Spider-Bud. Please don't get someone killed by your own ineptitude. You've done that way too many times already. The Snow Queen is her name. She is an HE. And that's the material guidelines done. And the work preferences. And she doesn't look like she cares about virtue levels. So she is basically a free 18 PE boxes for Dia, or anyone else who's high level who has decent temperance, to work with non-stop. So that's 180 PE boxes for 10 ticks of work, if it really comes down to it. I don't know how efficient that is, but I think it's probably amongst the best that we can get so far. Most of my WoWs end up about... Sometimes we'll get 18 from, like, Black Swan or Dreaming Current, but generally, yeah, look at Cloud Monk. It's plus 12 for him. And Letitia was almost 100%, and plus 15. So my HEs seem to be good sources of PE boxes compared to the others, but we should still do work with the WoWs. I'm also still thinking at this moment that when the meltdowns happen, or the alarms happen, that I really like the way the alarms work, and I kind of never want to get lower numbers of alarms going off because of all the free PE boxes that lets us get. As long as I'm paying attention to what's going on. This may be when I realize, I thought it was earlier, but this may be when I realize that my people aren't actually equipped for black damage. Stoltens has Justice level... Oh, yes, yep, okay. Does he get out right now? No. Someone else has got to work with them. That will be 2 HE abnormalities suppressed. More work with Letitia. More work with the Snow Queen. We want these weapons. Not enough. You need 1 more PE box in for the spear. Non-escaping entity. And she doesn't have a Kupaloth counter. Okay. So she's dangerous if we did work with her. And we did just normal work. But I'm not imagining that's going to happen very often. With a 91% chance to succeed. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen very often. Alright, we're going to let out Funeral Dead Butterflies. Let's do repression work with Tillman here again. Yep. Might as well max out his Justice stat. Kupaloth Meltdown. 3rd level. Fragment of the Universe. Need someone working with it. Oh, no! Scarecrow Searching for Wisdom had a bad work result. It's escaping. So we need someone over there to deal with it. Dia's on the way. Someone else should be over there. But I have Funeral Dead Butterflies escaping now as well, the moment the work's done there. And I have other abnormalities I need to worry about. David C., yep, can do work with Forsaken Murderer. Not a great chance, but if he escapes, because we can put him down rather quickly. Chris, I think, yep, you're going to do work with Dreaming Current. Please don't send him in for attachment, Tim. Alright, good. You have Fortitude. Alright, congratulations, like to say nay. Let's get you healed up. Black Swan was successful. Wisdom students, you're going to go in for Redolta, I guess. Clearly the managers before you handled abnormalities way better than you. Scarecrow Searching for Wisdom is on the loose. Yep, we saw that coming. No, don't kill my clerk! She went insane. That's acceptable, because she's not dead. She'll just run. Helmet Hair, you got the range with that 4th flame. In you go to help fight. Oh, and you got the bow tie. I didn't see you had the bow tie earlier. That looks pretty cute on you. Robert Barron? Yep. Yin work. Might as well get that prudence leveled up. Alexander, we need... Oh, yep, instinct work with you. Spider-Bud has a alarm going off. I am going to ignore Portrait of Another World. Because if I do a Dusk ordeal, if we get that far, I'm worried that that's going to get lots of people killed. So I'm instead, I think, going to zoom in on Portrait of Another World and watch how much PE boxes we use. Positive Profilin boxes we use. Oh, good for me! Remember to use a bullet at least. Good for me. Backwards clock is fully charged, which is amazing. Letitia, we're all done with your rifles, but we should still probably do more work with you. Yep, send him over there. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Destruction, even though he takes extra damage from white sources, Destruction has 108 sanity. He'll be fine against Funeral Dead Butterfly. Yep, send Helmet Hair over there. Make him fire that cannon. Work's going well with these two. We have the first trumpet, because we have 2 HEs on the loose at the same time. Yeah, good job. Get him with that umbrella. Alright, Heisel, charge! Kill him! Nice! Someone's hitting him from behind. That's fantastic. Get him in the butt. Good work, team. Scarecrow's defeated. Let's get you some more white experience for prudence. I still feel so bad for poor Funeral Dead Butterflies, given his lore. I'm double checking. Oh! Well cheers. We don't really have to worry about well cheers if it escapes, because it doesn't escape. But I would like to keep the PE boxes. We have to be a little careful, though. Oh! And Jay said you earned the Christmas horns. Okay. That's not so bad. I don't think I like the look of them, but... What is that? +4 sanity, -4 hit points? That's not so bad. I would like to not lose, like, 50 PE boxes, so we will try well cheers. Oh, Teresa. Yep, head in there really quick. Jason will kick you out of there immediately. Good, perfect, we're done. Alright, she'll make it there on time, as she needs over 50% successes in order to not be killed, I think. We still don't know what happens when someone has a bad work result with well cheers. Even though the abnormalities have been dealt with, we're going to hear this music until at least one, for at least one loop. $35 PE boxes for a Frost Splinter. Her armor's okay. It's not the best, but it's not the worst HE armor. I don't like seeing increased red damage, because many of the enemies we fight in the ordeals deal red damage, red or black damage. But it could be useful for certain people working with very particular abnormalities. And we've suppressed... I can't see it in the background of Master of Survival. Ooh. Okay, that's better. And I think I don't notice that it was 3. Okay, so we can repeatedly suppress the same abnormality and it counts towards suppressing 5 HE or lower abnormalities, but I didn't realize that. I thought it had to be different abnormalities. So is CB going to put quite a bit of effort into getting Fragment of the Universe or Forsaken Murderer released? And we haven't seen a Noon yet, which is interesting. Normally I'm used to seeing the Noon right after the Dawn. We get the Dawn at like level 2, the Noon at level 3. Oh, and I didn't even notice the Portrait of Another World's alarm finished, and I didn't see how much energy I lost. Well, it didn't look like it was that much. Maybe it was like 20. I'm thinking, do we want to let out Scorched Girl? We gotta get 5 abnormalities. And I don't know if I've noticed it was a 3 yet. That would be acceptable, Tim. Okay, yep, we're gonna let out Forsaken Murderer. I'm gonna try to. Robber Baron. He takes full damage from everything. We should have like 1 or 2 other people in that hallway to help suppress him. Oh, okay. Destruction, you're heading up there to help. Day 27 is completed again. So far, things are looking pretty good. We might as well keep doing work and try to get some of these new EGO weapons and suits unlocked. I really like the Snow Queen. She is an incredible abnormality with almost a guaranteed 18 PE boxes every time we work with her. Until we get the Alps, which I'm assuming have like 30 PE boxes, potentially. She's going to be one of the best sources for PE boxes every day. And her weapon, I didn't get a good look at it right now, but it looked like it was a pretty decent weapon. I think it does the same amount of damage as the Rake, actually, 6 through 12, with the same, it's a medium range weapon, it's a spear, and it has a fast attack speed, I believe. And white damage, which is nice. I don't like the green noon, it gives me lots of trouble. Oh. I'm hoping that maybe Fragment will get a bad work result. No more work result. Let's see if this breaks it out. Yep, okay. Oh, and right now I noticed 3, and I'm thinking, when did I get 3 abnormalities suppressed? And I'm still thinking it needs to be different abnormalities. I can't remember what the 3rd one was, and I don't... Yes! 1 Quipple counter left on Fragment of the Universe. Thank God, Tim, you didn't click attachment, because I would have forgotten. There's so much. You got... Oh, Forsaken Murderers didn't have a negative... Or he had maybe an okay result, but he didn't escape. Let's try this again. We need to get him out of here so we can suppress him. My goodness, we did so much work with my agents early on this day. Alright, let's see what happens. Come on, Fragment, you can break out. Last time, if I recall correctly, Fragment does a little bit of it look like sanity damage to everything in the hallway, and then it does black damage with a melee attack. And it doesn't do a good amount of damage with either of those. Not against my high-level people. Nothing happened. Come on. We need to... It needs to get out of there. It should have been Adorkable said there, Tim. Adorkable needs just a tiny bit more fortitude and she's maxed out on it. Jason, more temperance work for you. Cloud Monk has the overload. We shouldn't work with him. Helmet Hair. I should send you in for Scarecrow stuff. But we'll send you in, yep, to work with Lady Facing the Wall instead. JZ, you need more hit points. And Justice. You need hit points and Justice. Where are we sending you? I'm looking at my book, thinking, can I send her someplace else? I'm a little more nervous now that I realize everyone over here is not wearing armor for Dreaming Current. Oh, it's not... You should wait until the overload's gone. Knight that say nay's got the fortitude to take the black damage. I don't know if JZ you do. Even though you've done it successfully once, now that I know I put the wrong armor on you, I'm a little more nervous about it. I heard the music and immediately wanted to... Oh! Forsaken Murderer has escaped its containment unit. You must suppress and recontain it as soon as possible. No problem. We are ready. Alexander, I don't think I want you fighting it. Oh, we are. Good job, guys. Oh, he doesn't even leave a body or anything. He just vanishes. That's interesting. Most of the abnormalities, usually, like, when we kill Clouded Monk, it collapses to the ground for a little bit. Right? Scorched Girl detonates. Or puffs in smoke or something like that when we kill her. I don't remember what happens to Void Dream. Scarecrow facing the wall drops down, splitting in half at his at the waist. And Funeral Dead Butterflies goes back in his coffin. Oh! What? What's a blue noon? I'm confused. The noons I've seen so far have been red, green, and violet. Although we haven't done very many of them. We've done many violet noons, and I think we've now done 2 or 3 green noons. I've never seen a blue noon, so I'm guessing we might have gotten lucky, and this is the first time we're seeing it. So I don't know what to expect. So what's going through my head right now is, I'm probably going to have some people remain in the regenerator rooms, some people in hallways, and other people in elevators, because I've never seen these creatures before. Purple are like these archaic, arcane creatures from like an H.P. Lovecraft world. They're horrific monstrosities or something eldritch about them. Red are clowns. And green are the robots. Robots have good red resistance and do red damage. The clowns do red damage upon detonation, but we haven't seen a red noon and we haven't seen a red dusk. Actually, for that matter, we haven't seen a green dusk or a violet dusk, and I guess now a blue dusk either. What else is there? So blue, I'm not familiar with blue, so I'm curious as to what it's going to be like when we fight them. And I'm thinking we should. This has been a very easy day. We haven't had any trouble. I still have to suppress one more abnormality, but right at the moment, I'm concerned about the meltdown. Dreaming Current, Tim. Someone's got to work with Dreaming Current. Don't, by the way, forget about Yin. Put Yin back. The moment JZ leaves that facility, I see her. I'm not going to forget her. Yep. Put it back. We don't want to let the yin-yang get out. No way. I'm still not going to assign anyone to Dreaming Current. I do not... Dreaming Current. Portrait of Another World. I do not want anyone's portrait there. Because once again, my intention so far is to do a Dusk. And now that we have a new noon event happening, I'm even more nervous. If it's like something falling down from the ceiling, that could be 2 or 3 people's deaths immediately if the portrait gets them killed. And since I don't know what's going to happen and where it's going to go and who might be in danger, it's better off just taking the PE box hit. And since it's a tool, we don't have to worry about it escaping, to my knowledge. I wonder if Yin... If you don't take it, and the alarm occurs, does it actually go into creature mode and escape, I wonder? Because, and if it escapes, that it probably means that, oh, sorry, Yang is the tool. Yin will escape immediately as well. And the game's now being choppy on me, because I've played it for an hour total. It took like 15 minutes to get everyone to their rooms to start the day's work. But that was so handy. We made it to danger level 5. With everyone being exactly where I want them without me having to cut the recording again. That's so nice. Gonna get some work with crumbling armor. If we lose a samurai sword or the armor, we'll want to be able to reproduce it. I'm pretty sure this is when I'm going to watch Portrait of Another World tick down and watch how much energy I lose when it does so. Right, whenever the alarm level, whenever the alarm level's lower, I'm circling this to remind me. I have 660 right now, and we lose 20. That's not so bad. We can easily get that back again. When the Kupaloth count alarm counts down to nothing on a tool room, we lose, like 5%, or it's not 10%, that would be 66. It's some low amount of energy, but we lose it for every tool room that counted down. when it counts down on an abnormality containment room, we know the abnormality escapes. I think we also lose some of that energy as well if it did count down. I've heard the game worked a little differently originally when it was released. This year, 2021, has been the first year I've been playing. Well, I did fire up the tutorial like 2 years ago, but I didn't play it for longer than just like 5 minutes. But I don't know what the game was like originally, but I think it was a bit different with how the alarm levels worked. And I think the game was rebalanced once or twice, and I know that the text in the game, the English text, was given a massive once-over to try to make the descriptions better of what was happening and so on. I think they did a decent job. I think some work could probably still be done here and there, but overall, it's really good, the work that they've done here. I wish they put more time into the control scheme of the game, and I kind of wish the memory leak was also fixed. I don't like the choppiness which is going on at the moment. It's stuttering, but it's acceptable. My computer can handle it. This reminds me, it's been 4 years now since I made a new computer. And my current one's getting pretty old. Aren't graphics cards still like $2,000 for a decent one these days? Because everyone's now using graphics cards for every reason imaginable. My goodness. 4 years ago, they were $500, maybe 600 tops for a top-of-the-line one. Well, a decent one at least. But these days, my God, $2,000. I always get my supplies from Newegg because here in New Jersey, there is a distribution center here. And so I don't have to, like, fast-track anything. It arrives at my house the next day when I place an order for that stuff. I still have the case and a Windows 10 CD before I began buying all the other parts for the computer, and I realized that graphics cards back in April of this year were simply not available. It was horrible. Work on your justice stat a little bit, Helmet Hair. Just in case he gets out again, we're moving people over there. Yeah, I keep thinking we can do repression with Lady facing the wall, but not Justice 3. She lets you do work with her with Justice 1 or 2, but not Justice 3. That's why I'm getting confused. I want all the spears, at the very least, from Fragment of the Universe. We'll grab the armor also. And again, everyone, just a heads up, like, I don't intend to start over from day one. So if we reach a situation where that's required, where we're just not going to do it. That's good. This video series, I have a hunch, is going to be something like 100 videos long or more if I have to go back to day one, with many of these videos being an hour and a half or 2 hours long. That's just not going to happen. So hopefully we don't have to restart from day one. So far, I feel like my corporation has been doing well. And if we end up, let's say that we don't get an ALF, we can always reset to a memory repository, going back a few days, and seeing if we get a different selection going forward. I am going to miss, however, the Snow Queen, if we do that. Not bad work with Clouded Monk. Good job. Yeah, excellent work there, Admiral Fang. By the way, I am sorry for, like, you guys, Alexander, Master of Survival, I like to stay home, because you're still low level, and so I'm not assigning you to, like, designated combat detail at the moment. I'm too nervous about you dying because I haven't paid attention, especially noon ordeals. They've proven to be quite dangerous. Maybe the group of you could deal with one of the robots, but I'd have to watch that fight very carefully. And I'm still not sure that I can do a very complex fight. Again, I don't know what to expect for a Blue Noon. So, I'm trying to space people out to see what exactly is going to be happening to me today. I have some people in regenerator rooms, some people in hallways, some people in elevators, most people in elevators. And we're going to see what happens. And someone's got to start it off. So who's going to start it off? Is it going to be helmet hair? Is it going to be helmet hair? We are. A little bit of insight work with Scorch Girl for him. And if she breaks out, great. That'll be our 5th abnormality. But I think her cool off counter is currently 2. Yeah, might as well get the armor for Fragment of the Universe. Nice! We get the other Jedi robe from Clouded Monk. Now we just need another 100-something PE boxes with them. You know, of all the WoW abnormalities, the sweepers. When night falls on the back streets, they will come. It's 3 HE. They look like ninjas to me, with sickles in their hands. But they're just HEs with 200 hit points, so I'm thinking we can probably take them with my combat groups. And it looks like we get 1 group of these, so we get 3 of them per department. Actually, no, that's not true. We didn't get any in the disciplinary team. But there's 3 of them is a lot of them. And so, well, actually I'm saying the wrong words. With 3 HEs per spawn, I'm thinking the sweepers work similarly to the green noon, in that they're supposed to wipe out your clerks and begin causing chaos when other abnormalities like Clouded Monk or Dunes of Black Swan escape. Alright, let's see what type of damage they do. Black. Alright, I don't think I noticed that right away. I think they do red. But it's good to have confirmation of what I realized after this event ended. And how much damage do they do? 3. Although that's Black Swan's armor, which is 0.6 reduction, so probably close to 10, is my guess. Okay, that I'm checking their hit points. I'm like, okay, looks like we can handle this group of 3 with this team. Ooh, Alexander, where on Earth are you? I don't know where you're located. I don't know if you're part of this group. And again, you're gonna hear me complain about this every time there's a big battle, which is probably every video, how aggravating the control scheme is for this game and trying to select individual people and send them to some specific place. I don't want to lose Alexander, and he's not wearing armor to take black damage, and I don't think I've noticed that yet. But I would like him to live. Alexander requested to be in this Lobotomy Corporation, so I need to make sure he runs to some other place. That's not going to do it. Yep. I didn't see him move here. Nope, still not going to do it. That's a really big mistake, but you know what? It gets him out of the hallway he might be in. And I don't know what hallway he is in at the moment. I still don't know where he's located. I think he's in this group. He was. Alright, he got away. Good. I'm going to forget all about him and consign him to working with Void Dream. While his hit points of sanity are a little low, and he's not wearing armor that's supposed to work well with Void Dream. This battle's still going on down here, too. They take... Okay, so they're endured against pale and black damage, and weak, which means it's still not very good against white damage, but red damage is good against them. I want them following you, Chris. Oh, that's interesting. They can split up, too. I thought they might move all together as a group, but that's not the case. Yeah, go, Dia and Adorkable. Get him! Get him. And I've just seen that Clouded Monk's Quipoth counter is at 2, which means that Black Swan's is at least at 4. Actually, Black Swan's will be at 3, because we've had 3 abnormalities also escape. And I see, yep, I see 3 on Black Swan at the moment. Helmet Hair, I don't want you dying. We're going to run you away. Alexander, I'm so sorry. I don't notice that you shouldn't be going into Void Dream. We'll see if you survive that together. Okay, I already know the answer, but I'm not gonna say. All right, so let's get him, Chris. I don't know what to do with you, Chris. Your weapon is so powerful yet so tricky to use. Yeah, smack these HEs around. Let's watch this fight down here for a little bit. Yeah, look at those faces. Look how happy Dia and Adorkable are. Dia especially, she is really giddy whenever she's fighting. I should be using bullets. I should be using bullets, and I'm not using bullets. Again, everyone, I'm so sorry. It's so hard for me to remember they even exist because we didn't start with them. If they gave me, like, even one bullet for each type, I would have at least known they were there. Nice, we got even more help coming. But Dia's taking a lot of it's not red damage. It's not... Okay, so I'm not sure what damage it is at this point in the game. And I'm going to go and watch the damage types that they deal. And I'm going to realize it's purple. At least I'm using bullets, alright? At least I'm using bullets. Let's go back down and watch this fight. I'm seeing all that purple that flew up. I'm like, is that them? I'm like, okay. They do purple damage, not red damage. Nice. Good. Holy crap, and that was all of them. Alright, we didn't lose a single agent. And I see a red Dusk up ahead. We still need to let out one other HE or lower abnormality. We've done a good amount of work so far with the abnormalities under my care, getting most of the weaponry out of the Snow Queen, and most of it out of Fragment of the Universe as well. But I want to complete the control team's Dusk ordeal, and we need, at some point, to understand what it means to do work, to handle a Dusk ordeal. And also, Alexander, you got a 100% success chance rate with Void Dream, despite me sending you in there with a 68% chance of success. Well done. And now I'm gonna forget all about the fact that I sent you over there from a hallway or an elevator, and your hit points are probably going to be low for a little bit until I remember that. If I remember that. We have 700 PE boxes on Scorched Girl, 600 on Void Dream. How many are on Forsaken Murderer? 541 Forsaken Murderer. 582 on Spider-Bud. Yeah, we don't need to do any work with those low-level abnormalities anymore. Other than it does help people's stats. And Soul Hacker, we could probably send you in to work with the Inn a little more. We have 300-something PE boxes with the Inn. Okay, I did remember you, Alexander, and you go to get healed. Gotta get more work done with her. Someone's gotta go in there. Adorkable. Ooh. Yep, good. The only thing I care about with her are the PE boxes at this moment, so there's no reason why one of my level 5s can't go in there. I'm nervous. I'm looking at that red Dusk, and I know I'm gonna try it. And oh man, we've had such a great day so far. And I really don't want to lose anybody. And I know it's gonna happen. I know things are gonna spiral out of control. But we gotta do it. We gotta make an attempt. Actually, or do we? We don't have to. I think these are optional. We can go through the entire game without doing a Dusk ordeal. I'm pretty sure until much later on. And then we can do it. When maybe I have an Alf gear on me. But man, I hate seeing the quests here not being completed. I still need to let another abnormality out. So, I'm trying it. I'm sending people in to do work, and we'll see if we let them out. That was repression with Lady Facing the Wall, Tim. by the way, everyone, obviously, I did not do any, or maybe not so obviously, I did not do any battles against Yin or Yang, and I talked about that, I think, at the end of the last episode. So if you would, I can do it off screen to give me some practice against them, and maybe record 1 or 2 battles against them and append it at the end of a video to show me making the attempts. And I am tempted to do it. I would like to see what happens when they meet each other as well. Like, I want to understand every abnormality, and I think it would work best if I understand how it works by watching it happen to me. Like, I will not forget what happens if I lose people to it, like backwards clock. I understand now that we lose what it means to lose a level 5 employee to backwards clock. And we've learned pretty much how to handle Clouded Monk. He's escaped 2 or 3 times now, and we can handle him if he gets out without any real issues, as long as I'm fighting him in very specific areas. We've handled Funeral Dead Butterflies. We've handled Scarecrow Seeking Wisdom. Although, to be fair to Scarecrow, we haven't fought him when he's killing clerks. He's been forced to deal with my level 4s and 5s with good armor and weaponry, and he himself is not powerful enough to down a group of 3 of them. It would help, though, if I remembered I have bullets. We're 2 away, and I just realized, oh, I'm not ready for that yet. Let's not activate everyone yet. And I think everyone, I'm probably going to... I know I'm going to unmute myself and talk a little bit about how worried I am. And as with the Blue Noon, I don't know what this is. I know that the clowns rushed to release abnormalities. I know that the purple ordeals, if you don't kill them quick enough, they release abnormalities in the departments where they're located. I know the green ordeals seem to run around and kill a lot of clerks, so it's my belief that the red abnormalities, this red dusk, will work similarly to how the red dawn works. But it's... Oh. Hey, everyone. All right. So, hello. This is Tim in the game, not Tim watching with you guys. I am so flippin' nervous because we have not seen a red noon yet, and we're about to do a red dusk. And I don't know what to expect. I have a bad feeling we're going to be redoing this day. So, that was pretty cool. The blue noon. That I've never seen a blue noon yet. So, I guess we got really lucky that we avoided it for so long. It's a group of 3. It looked like 3 HEs that did black damage. I thought they did red damage at first, which is why you saw me using the red bullets. But no, I guess it was black damage. And so... yeah, so that wasn't too difficult to handle, as long as I had the right clumps of people set to do it. I'm gonna probably need to begin cutting the recording so I can properly prepare for all these different types of events. In any case, this is my first red dusk, so the only thing I know about the red events is that the red dawn has a bunch of clowns that run around and try to release abnormalities. So and the purple dawns have these abnormalities which, if you don't kill them quick enough, they release abnormalities in their areas. And the purple noon works a lot like the purple dawn. And the green dawn is a bunch of robots that run around and try to kill a bunch of clerks, for the most part. And the green noon is more or less the same, only they're tougher. So I'm imagining that the red dusk is pretty much the same as the red dawn. And man, man, am I nervous.
Oh, man.
I am super nervous. Man, am I nervous.
Yep.
So, I don't know quite what to expect. So, if we end up having to retry the day, I'm so sorry for wasting all your time. At the very least, as you can see, I'm trying to get people into different hallways. So I don't want to lose everyone instantly if I can avoid maybe doing that. So once it spawns, I'm going to be pausing the game and seeing what spawned, where it's located, and trying to get people out of there. To make matters worse, we're absolutely going to probably have Clouded Monk break free during my attempt to deal with the Dusk. Now, the good news is that if we do win this encounter versus the Dusk, we can let it go forward in time, and I can, I think, reset from the current repository, which I think saves the fact I completed the Dusk quest. I do also need to release another abnormality if I want the disciplinary team event to occur. I guess we'll see if we do that, depending upon how well we handle the Dusk event. So, I'm all set, and I guess I'll talk for a little bit when the Dusk actually spawns, so that you guys can see or hear my reaction to seeing this horrible nightmare.
I'll get this live, yep. I will absolutely.
Which is waiting for me. I kind of want all my people clumped. And this might be a gigantic mistake, but I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect. So here we go.
I'm worried in particular about these WoWs in the training department and the safety team.
Who's going to start the event? It should be a low-level person. It's not one of my higher-level people.
I'm also thinking that...
So helmet hair.
We get...
You'll be the one to do it. So
we get
let's
Tets
have
at dawn, HEs at noon, so these are WoWs we're gonna get. And I'm assuming...
You're set for sanity, dealing with sanity, so we'll have you work with Scorched Girl.
I'm assuming we're gonna get 6 of them.
Actually, I may want your cannon.
Because we have 6 departments. And
actually, if I clump everybody, I can use the bullets to maybe shield people.
Man, I can't imagine.
Dawn did red damage on death. The purple Dawns do purple damage, both types. Green Dawns do red damage. So I'm going to... oh, like to say, Nate, you are hurt. Let's get you healed a bit.
Everyone at 100%.
No one should be injured when we start a Dusk.
Yep.
This will be probably the strongest enemies we've seen yet.
I think I mentioned the Tets, HEs, and WoWs as well here.
Dawns are Tets. Noons are HEs. So I'm imagining a Dusk are WoWs, and I'm guessing we get multiple WoWs. So, tamper your expectations, everyone, because I don't think this is going to go very well for poor Tim.
Nope.
So here we go.
Okay. I'm expecting this to be absolutely nightmarish.
Fine. We pull you back, and here we go. Okay, Donna, you've got decent red armor. We're sending you in for Spider-Bud to start your training.
I thought it was Scorched Girl you're working with, Tim. Was it not Scorched Girl? Did I change my mind? I changed my mind.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Alright, they are WoWs. Oh my god, that's awful looking. 850 hit points, so that's quite a bit less than...
Clouded Monk. Clouded Monk had 1,200.
Than the Clouded Monk. How many of them do we have? I see one. One?
No.
That's not bad. At least in the upper chambers. Let's rush it. With my people.
Yep,
and we'll
go
watch
get
what
it.
It does. Do I have any in the lower areas?
I know there's one down here. I know there is because
Oh, it's just one? No, that can't be right. That can't possibly be right. Is it only one? There's one there.
I always miss it.
I often miss it when there's multiple enemies, unless there's 2 stacked on top of each other there. No, there's a second. Oh God! It's near these people. I don't want to handle... nothing else near it. I guess...
I don't want to handle 2 of them
man, I don't
once.
really want to fight 2 of them at once.
I don't want to have 2 separate battles going on.
Not until I know what they do.
Yeah. Good, smart decision there, Tim. I don't want to have to watch 2 battles at once. That's too difficult.
But I'm not going to have a choice, am I? Can I see what type of damage they do? Red. What is it doing? It's rolling. This one's rolling. Uh-oh. Why am I'm nervous. Everyone run away. Run away from that one while I try to deal with this one.
Right now what's going through my head is
damage,
I'm guessing they work similarly to Clouded Monk.
Okay, that's not so bad. So it hit a wall and then stopped. All right, we can deal with this. So it works like the Clouded Monk, then.
Yep.
I'm guessing.
I'm guessing it has it rolls, there's a massive attack on something, and then stops, is my current guess.
So I'm going to keep you in this hallway. And David C. will have you in this hallway. Just in case they split up or do something funny. I hear oh, that's just a clerk. What's happening down here? Oh, it rolled right through. So now I'm seeing that maybe Clouded Monk. Oh, that's interesting. These doorways are wide open down here. It just right now occurred to me. So do these things roll across the entire hallway? When they roll, the Clouded Monk stops. I guess they can choose whether or not they want to stop or not. I need to group everyone together so I can use red bullets.
Tim, that's an elevator. It's rolling in that direction. You better be really sure you want to move everyone in that direction.
I need to watch.
So obviously everyone, I've spent some time trying to fight them, so I understand them pretty well now. But
25 damage. This is totally... We're getting Clouded Monk. Absolutely, he's being released. And Black Swan's not going to be too happy about what's going on either at this moment.
Let's go, Dia in high school.
Oh, God. It's still rolling. Holy crap, and some of you are wounded? No, you're not wounded.
Yeah, get it! Put some damage on that guy. Let's go! Let's go!
I'm seeing lots of indoors for black, red damage types. We seem to have that one. Oh, what the heck? That one rolled into the upper... Oh, up into the upper areas, and Clouded Monk is getting out. All right, we got to move
I can see down there Clouded Monk's Cupola counter is 0.
What do I do with Clouded Monk at the moment?
Everyone who's in this lower section...
He's just going to escape again if these guys kill too many people.
Yep. Good call, Tim. Deal with the ordeals first.
And
Clouded Monk's second.
In that direction.
Clouded Monk's far away.
Careful, because we could lose David C. So David C, we're going to move you in there.
Good.
And Chris Patai, we're going to move you over here.
Good. Watch where
that one rolls while watching this battle.
It's endured against all damage types, it looks like.
Who's wounded? Alexander, we're going to have you select some work over here.
First trumpet.
That's the bell because Clouded Monk escaped.
Yep.
So now we have, now we have a horn.
Trumpet.
Or a trumpet.
Trumpet.
You guys need to come upstairs. We need to deal with this other entity. So it looks like it could end the day, but I have no intention of doing that.
Yep.
Oh God, Helmet Hair. That was a massive hit you just took. Helmet Hair, where are you? Helmet Hair, I'm gonna send you down there. JZ, you're taking massive damage also.
It rolled. It looks like when it rolls, it does... Unlike Clouded Monk, that does massive damage to one person, like 250.
Down there.
This does, it looks like 25 to everyone in the path when it rolls. They also look like the Abominations, by the way, from the Warcraft series to me.
Oh, no! Move back down there. Where's Clouded Monk? He's escaping. All of you guys come up here. Oh, he rolled. He rolled in this direction for some reason and did a bunch of damage to a few of my people, but now I can get them out of here. And move them down here to get healed. Dia, you're out of here for some reason. Let's move you up here to help fight. How is my suppression teams looking? Oh, and everyone, I'm sorry. I'm talking this whole time. So, I'm not watching with you guys. I'm now talking as I'm doing this. So I'm going to go back on mute. And I'll let myself talk as this happens instead.
Clarify.
Which is to say that I'll let myself watch and speak about what's going through my head rather than talk at the same time as I'm trying to do this.
Good. Okay. Well done, Tim. All right, everyone.
I don't think I talk again until the attempt at this day is over. And we're about 20 minutes from that. So let's see what happens going forward with today. I'm a little nervous about the people being in that training regenerator, given how close the other, I'm gonna call them abominations. The abomination is. They look a lot like the abominations from the Warcraft series. The giant undead creatures with their stomach open, their intestines hanging out, and like the meat cleavers. We've almost got that one defeated, which is be really nice to only have one of them rolling around to worry about. Yeah, okay, so what's going on here is I'm saying Cutter Monk isn't too much of a danger because he's got to go all the way up here if he wants to make it to where most of my people are located and cause chaos up here. We can just ignore him down in the lower section at the moment. I'm a little nervous because that one is still rolling, and if it decides to roll across the other hallway on the info team, it could roll into the elevator and then through the training room regenerator. So I need to be careful. This one's almost dead. Checking the suppression team's hit points again. Everyone's okay so far. These are all my highest level people wearing the best, using the best equipment I got, and one clerk with a pistol. Oh, I was running people away because I was nervous we're going to take massive damage from that attack when it detonated, but it didn't. And now we have what looks like a clown scorpion, which showed up afterwards. So I'm guessing it's even tougher than the WoW we just defeated. So we'll start tanking that there now. And that one's still doing its rolling. It's just perfectly content to just roll everywhere. We need to kill it somehow. I think I zoom in now and realize that this strange Clorpion is actually an HE, not a WoW. And it has only 550 hit points. So I'm not so concerned about this creature. So it just prolonged the battle a little bit. I guess the idea is that if you do manage to... Oh, that sucked. Tim, you need a red bullet right there. Everyone just took big damage. And it rolled some other place. Where'd it go? It's rolling up towards where the other one, where the scorpion is currently. I'm a little nervous about this, but we're about to kill the scorpion. Alright, everyone. Yep, let's get you down there. Stop! And I noticed the puff of smoke and the little circle. And that tells me something teleported. And now I see little clowns running around. And they're thankfully exactly where I thought they would be, which is trying to get yin and yang released. But I'm ready for that. Unfortunately, we have another one down by Lady Fixing the Wall and their fly shoots. I would like their fly shoots to not shoot his bullet in a random direction and kill all of us. So I have to do something about that as well. Everyone else has to come down here and get healed, and then we need to track down that other abomination. Please get there quickly. We have to deal with that one trying to release Yin. And you'll notice, everyone, I'm pausing the game a whole lot because that's how I have control over everything here. I'm gonna let those guys get healed a little bit. Come on, guys, we gotta get that clown. Nice, destroyed. Try to get out of the AoE. You really have no chance to do that. Yep, everyone's got to come up here. We got to deal with this ordeal. And I think I just noticed it's stunned. We got to go in and after it. We have to go after it. Yep, shield those guys and charge them in. Nice. Excellent work dealing with those clowns. We know there's at least one other clown around. He's clowning around. we have to stop him. I'm a little nervous with you, Admiral Fang. You could do some... I mean, you take extra red damage, so getting clobbered when he rolls over you isn't the best thing in the world. I was expecting more damage from them, to be quite honest with that roll. But on the other hand, they're faster than anyone I've got when they're rolling, or just as fast. And they roll through several rooms and elevators. So maybe this isn't as bad, now that I'm watching it.
It's not quite as bad as I thought it was in retrospect. If they did like 100 damage with that roll, that would be really frustrating to deal with them. And I've also got Clouded Monk I still have to deal with. But I'm not ready to deal with him at the moment. I want to handle this other abomination first before we deal with that demon walking around. And he's rolling. They're already buffed. Yep, so they don't need that. They don't need it on it again. I hate you. Get him! Oh! Desant, can I get you out of there somehow? I'm gonna try to be clever and do a elevator trick. Because you don't take any damage when you're crossing each other's paths in the elevators. It's like Rain World. And I messed it up! And he takes 25 damage, but thankfully he lived. Come on, we got it. Where's he? This is really annoying. Thankfully, it was just 2 of them. God, if it was 3, this would be... I don't know if I could have handled 3. And I don't know if I can actually handle this one. It's doing a lot of damage and we're running out of bullets. And then it occurs to me, hey, we have their fry shoots. Maybe if we can get their fry shoots, maybe we can have them shoot it. And right now, I realize, oh crap, I can't cancel this once it's done. Where is he? If I put the bullet there, who dies? We have a bunch of people there that need to be moved away, but we have some time. Let's fire there. Pause the game. Move everyone in that elevator up. And they should make it out of there before the bullet crosses the hallway. And that did like 30 damage to him, which is really nothing. It was a waste of energy. I should have tried to fire it when it and maybe Clouded Monk were together. That would have been a more efficient use of 66 energy. Oh. Okay. This was my mistake. How about that? Donna died. Alright. I had thought the bullet had already crossed the entire hallway and left. And when I looked, all I saw was, yep, the electricity of the shot fading. But that was totally me that put Donna in front of that bullet and killed her. Okay. I'm going to be pretty salty about that later. So I'll have a little more to be salty about, I think. Good to know that was my mistake for doing that. So I am under the impression that you can't touch any part of the bullet's tail in addition to the actual bullet itself. No, that's not the case at all, Tim. You just made a giant mistake there. Messed it up with Chris, but he'll be okay. He'll survive that. And I'm curious if the Ordeal and Clouded Monk will fight each other. It's my belief they will do so. But the Ordeal will have to stop rolling. Here we go. Yep, I want to see what happens. Yeah, 20 damage to Clouded Monk. Take it. Unfortunately, it didn't really go out so well. And I'm nervous because both the... if I start fighting Clouded Monk and that Dusk guy starts... the Abomination starts rolling toward us again, I don't want to have a big clump of people that take 25 points of damage lying right there while trying to face tank Clouded Monk as well. I'm going to try to use Chris Patai in a clever way to do the damage I want to do at a distance from Clouded Monk. And I see the other guy down there and he's stunned and there's nothing I can do. I can't reach him without having to go through Clouded Monk. So we just spent 66 energy. We might as well start trying to earn some of that energy back. Yep,
No reason why we can't get some work done up here. Lennon, you were working with... Oh, but someone else is working with Yin already. God, Donna, that's such a shame. You were wearing the samurai armor, and you had a rake as a weapon also. Samurai armor is easily replaceable. The rake, not as easily, but it can be replaced. But I hated losing her. She was a mid-level agent. I'm going to try the... I think I'm going to try to be clever and try to sneak Chris through the rolling abomination. What I actually should have done is let him in that hallway so he can get a shot off against this creature. Everyone's going to go into that elevator, and if it decides to roll through them, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to shield bullet them. Alright, Chris, let's do it! That did like 12 damage, I think, to it. Yes! Yes! I'm doing it! I'm being very clever. Oh, you panicked, Lennon. You shouldn't have even been there. You're gonna take a big hit here. You're gonna take that hit. Okay, but you survived. It'll be fine. Let's get you where they get healed. Or not. Be careful with Chris, Tim. Don't get everyone killed by having him contribute to the battle there. He's on his lonesome. He has to stay on his lonesome. Here it comes. Everyone gets shielded, and we deal with it. I hate this thing so much. Everyone, we gotta chase it. Come on, everyone after it. It's stunned. Good, get it. Oh, and the music's now back to the beginning. Holy crap, look at that damage we're doing to it. Half its hit points now. But I still need to be careful. Yep, I don't want to lose someone else to this creature. God, that Red Dead. Oh, I hate that. There's no redemption there. Aha! Pun intended. Alright, come on, Chris. I'm pretty confident my suppression group can handle that clown. The struggle at the climax is what it's called. Nice! Here comes Scorpion Clown. I'm so glad that this ordeal doesn't do red damage in the AoE when you kill it. And what happened there? Well, what happened there is that the Scorpion went downstairs. Yep, come on, guys. Let's go get it. There's like 100 of us and one of it. We can kill this. Yeah, Clerk. Oh, they killed her. Clowns. Where are the clowns? We gotta stop the clowns now. They're over there, near Yin. Yep. But I have a few people here to help me deal with it. Just 2. Or 3. I seen, I think that's JZ in the elevator. Yep. And the last one released 3 clowns. There's another one down by Clouded Monk. It might release Funeral Dead Butterflies. Oh, hello. And you spawned. At a great place. Oh, but we killed a clerk with that bullet. Shouldn't have been there. I'm not going to feel too bad about that. So, it looks like what happens is that you kill the abomination, you get a clown scorpion, the clown scorpion is then killed, and you get 3 little clowns, is what's going on. And I think when we kill the little clowns, we will have completed the Dusk ordeal. So now my only concern is Yin getting out. Because if Funeral Dead Butterflies gets out, that's fine. We can put him down rather easily. I'm gonna miss the PE boxes that Clown decides to steal a bunch of them. By the way, I really hate that creatures in this game can teleport like that. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. In my opinion, that's also not very fair. I wish they had to run through the facility, like one in each department, and they run around. But I see why they do it. It's just that's so frustrating. I don't want Jason dying for that explosion, but she should be okay. So it's my belief that one clown will probably release Funeral of the Dead Butterflies, and after it's done that, it will teleport to some other place. So we need to get people into these different hallways to deal with that singular clown. Even one of them can cause a lot of chaos all of a sudden. Let's go, Adorkable. You're my best employees. Man, losing Donna sucks. However, at least it seems to be a theme with me that the vast majority of people I have lost have been the people that I didn't name after a viewer. So at least that's working out, right? We've lost two people. We've lost Jair and JZ to the two things that went wrong. And I think we lost both of them the same day as well, right? That was the Portrait of Another World day. We lost Smug Bella that day too, if I recall correctly. Alright, that's not so bad. It'll take Chris forever to kill it by himself, but he could... Oh, God. But he could do so if it comes to... Oh. What? You're being tricky. You're not allowed to be tricky. You're not allowed to do this. Only I'm allowed to do this. Dusk ordeal completed successfully, everyone. I don't want to lose 5 LOB points, and I want to release one more abnormality. So we're going to put Cloud Monk back in that box. He is going back in. I think I'm going to try doing the tricky stuff with Chris for a little longer before I give in and just bring everyone else down here to deal with the monk. As long as he's walking back and forth like this, there's no reason why I shouldn't put a little more damage on him. That might make all the difference in the world. Oh, hello! Alright, so you're going to charge. And it occurs to me... I just saw all of these abominations roll through all these rooms and hallways. I don't know if this guy will do so. So I'm gonna watch what he does. Okay, and he does not. I think I'm done with you, Chris. Yep, okay, thank you, Chris, for the hard work you have done. I'm still, by the way, tempted, Chris, to drop that weapon on you at some point so you can contribute to the battles in a more active role. It takes so much work for me to use that rifle with you. And if I recall correctly, Cloud Monk takes normal damage or more damage from red attacks and is endured against the other damage types. But it doesn't matter. This is some of the best people I got, so we're gonna do it with them. And I have 1 bullet left. I should be down there too. There's no reason why I can't help fight. It's just Chris. Chris can't assist. Might as well get some more PE boxes and put some more work in. Though I don't know if I'm looking forward to 19 meltdowns. That's probably every single room, and I don't have 19 employees to handle that. So if we are able to do this, I think I'm going to want to complete this day before 19 meltdowns occur. Let's go, guys. Get them all in that elevator, and then we can buff them with a bullet. Uh-oh, but he's walking back in his elevator. We gotta do it now. Alright, all buffed. Kill him!
And we'll get a few. Bruno took a little bit of damage, but he should be okay. He should be okay. He'll be okay. Oh, okay. Maybe he won't be okay. Nope, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That doesn't work this way. You have to select. Yeah, select Teresa. Get him out of that room. Interesting, Bruno. He went after you, and you have his weapon. We'll have you hang out in that regenerator room. We've got more ranged weaponry here. Yep, we're going to pull that into this fight as well. Like to say nay, you are now the one tanking. Oh, we're leaving. I can't say I agree with... Well, maybe this is... Oh. This is probably easier for me. Okay, yeah, if he goes after you, Destruction, that's fine. You got his armor on. He is preparing his AoE attack. Okay. I'm still a little nervous, but I think we'll be fine in that regenerator room. We can wait maybe 1 or 2 more seconds. Everyone gets out. And we just wait. We do about 50 to 70 points of damage per second on him. I'm not that brave. Just in case I'm wrong, we're running out of this room. Okay, okay. So it is safe. Yep, get back up there. We have a half... He's down half his hit points. Let's kill him. Get him, guys. Charge! Except for you, Bruno. You took half your hit points. You gotta stay in here. Like that say nay, you're also taking hits. Yep, so like that say nay, we should probably move you to the other side. Okay, it's Destruction he's hitting. Oh, that's interesting. He does fire damage when he swings. I mean, it doesn't. It's red damage, but there's an effect of fire, which is occurring. Destruction. Yep, we're gonna move you away. This is the only way I know to guarantee you will leave this fight. Oh, we're taking lots of damage. I think you can take one more hit, like that say nay. Although, if I did have to make you... Oh, okay, we're going to pull back Destruction. We're going to finish him now. He's charging, but I'm going to think I can do 201 damage to him in the 5 seconds it takes to down him. All right. Well done. I think I'll come back online now and talk about the Freischütz.
I'll take it.
Yep.
I'll take it. That sucks.
I thought the bullet was well out of the training department when I sent Donna down there. Now I know that I have to wait for the entire trail after the bullet to leave as well.
No.
It's more like a laser beam.
No, it's not. It's a bullet.
Than a bullet.
Nope, you got it wrong.
As it were. And I guess it's damage if it hits you once.
Nope.
Man, that's unlucky. We could have done this day without any deaths.
It was your fault.
But I'm going to accept Donna's death.
It was your fault,
now,
Tim.
We're not quite done. I really want to release one more abnormality. So, I think we've released the Scarecrow. We've released Butterfly. I don't think we've managed to release Fragment of the Universe yet. So let's try doing that again. I still don't know that I need a normal work result to do it. So Destruction, let's have you go in there. I still don't realize. Overall, well done. I don't think. I think the bullets. Remembering I had bullets was extraordinarily helpful today. It's such a shame Donna died. We'll reconstruct someone else. 2 other people probably with all the LB points I have saved, and we'll try it again. Try it again, and we'll get back the employees that we lost. Okay, that's all there is to it. Well, you won't, but you can. So I want to suppress this so we get a replacement. This other task. Very good. Monk isn't so bad. He's not so bad. Right. And the red Dusk wasn't so bad either. I don't understand. It looks like it became, after you kill it, it bursts open and this weird scorpion
made of clowns is there. And then when you kill that, it's suddenly a bunch of little clowns again, as if it was the Red Dawn. And those clowns run all over the place trying to unlock the creatures. I'm very glad I had people over here in the training department, all my lower level and injured people, to deal with that clown. Otherwise, we would have had Yin to deal with. Oh my god, that would have been a nightmare. And the Black Swan still at 2. Okay, yeah, not bad. I'm willing to accept 1 death today, overall. And that Blue Noon was fun. I like it. That's not too difficult. We have the team able to handle that. And we can handle that Red Dusk. Darn it! We need this to get out. We really need this to get... I'll be able to fail it. I'll fail it for everyone. Oh, man. So, when the Red Dusk happened, by the way, very brief... And, by the way, hello. I'm now speaking to you from the cave again. I was tempted to turn on the backwards clock and sacrifice someone just to defeat the Red Dusk. And then to see if a memory repository would undo that. But we've done so well, I don't think we need to memory repository quite yet. Bruno, we might as well have you down here too. Also, I did notice that this weapon is a little better than it lets on. It looks like it hits when Bruno strikes the opponent with this staff, it does its damage 3 times to the target. So it does 3 through 4 times 3 per swing, not just once. So that's interesting. I wonder if the damage is based on his attack speed. Like a slower attack speed would make him actually do more damage with the attack. And maybe we should be giving this to someone who doesn't have a high justice level. Oh, really? I got just an average result. Come on, Final Universe. We need you to break free so we can do something about you. We gotta kill you so we can complete Disciplinary Team's quest. Oh, please tell me I'm recording. Okay, good. I am recording. Come on. Always nervous about that. Yes! Now we all kill it. Alright! Not bad. No LOB point penalties. That will make us reconstruct someone who's not quite as good as Donna. That's such a shame. Oh, what gear was she using as well? I think she was using, the armor from Lady Facing the Wall? She was not. What armor was she wearing? Before I end this? I'd like to do this now. I have it written down in that book of mine, so I'm consulting that at the moment. Team. You were wearing the samurai armor. She had a bow tie too, Tim. She was adorable. You killed her, you monster. So we'll have to remake that. And you were using one of those. Okay, we need more boxes for Scarecrow searching for wisdom now. Alright, let's complete the workday. 1 dead. God, such a shame. So God, sorry. That's so painful. God. I don't like losing anybody, but again, that went extraordinarily well, all things considered. I need more bullets. Holy crap, do I need more bullets somehow. 7 people were promoted as well. Who were they? JZ, congratulations on reaching level 4. Admiral Fang, reaching level 5. Helmet Hair, reaching level 4. Alexander, you've reached level 3. Lennon Soul Hacker reached level 5. Mujum Sturtens reached level 4. And David C. reached level 4. Very good. Holy crap. We're not going to have too many low-level people. I need to begin hiring more people now. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, we did it. All right. Not bad. I'll take that A. Let's proceed to the next day. And let me cut this really quick. Yes. Here we go. Holy crap. That was not so bad. Okay, that could have been a lot worse. All that remains is the hollow pride of a weathered knight. That is not an Alf. It's not one of the texts I recognize. You can enter your body through any aperture. That sounds horrific, but that's also not an Alf. Someone's persistent gaze can be felt from the keyhole inside the machine. Not an Alf. None of these are Alfs. So which one of these could be a wow, is my question then. I'm guessing one of these two. God, that sounds absolutely horrific. We'll choose All That Remains is the hollow pride of a weathered night. Let's choose this one. Okay, this is the memory repository that I think Angela was showing us at the end of the last episode. So now we're continuing what she had wanted to show us. I don't know why they split it. I guess because, well, they wanted it to be suspenseful. Hey, are you listening to me? I yearn to help people. No, becoming a wing is not my goal. Oh. Oh, no. Is this real Angela at one point before she was computer Angela? Or is this initial Angela when she was created, her AI, and now she's just much colder? Well, everyone says that, but let me put it this way. What use are wings if you can't fly? What if we could reach the sky without wings? I think wings is referring to something else, not actual physical wings on a bird, for example. It's something else, but the metaphor still works here too. What I mean is, if we grow to stalk straight up like a tree, we could reach the sky for sure, even if it would be a slow climb. Can you feel it? The sunlight here is very warm. Sometimes I dream about photosynthesis, lying down comfortably with my eyes closed, just soaking it up. I close my eyes, basking in the sunlight's warmth. Oh, we have no choice but to do this. So we're remembering this. She's making us remember. We're synchronized with her memories. So we're an AI too, then. We must be. Or partly an AI. Or she can adjust our memories somehow. Oh, hello, sir. Hello, Malkath. Why is your name Elijah? Sorry, I'm quite busy. I still haven't finished even half of what I've written down in my notebook. Did she change her name? When we saw the real her? Like the robot her? Did they reconstruct her? Because she's, her notebook was almost finished, I thought. I guess all the robots suffer like Tipperith do, and occasionally have to be reconstructed and maybe lose some of their memories. Hey, I heard extraction experiments are going to be conducted. When I looked over the list of participants, I couldn't find my name on it. I mean, there's probably a ton of reasons behind it. Maybe I'm just not good enough for the experiment yet. Oh, it's okay, Malkoth. Maybe you're new. Or you're new again. You're renewed. And so we have to get you back up to speed with what everyone else here, all the other Sephiroth do. But, may I join the experiment too? I've learned a lot here. I'm sure I can help you in some way. Aw, don't put yourself down, Malkoth. You've been very helpful. You're creating all the plans that the rest of us follow. I'll be sure not to disappoint. Hello, manager. You're Malkoth again. Oh, is that a flashback? Maybe that was also part of what Angela was showing us. Well, hello, Malkoth. How are you? Oh. Oh. Was that her as a person before she was made into an AI? Remember that we've seen there is some meat in the computers when Tipperith was crushed. So maybe Elijah used to be Malkoth at some point, or Makuth. It's sad to not have enough talent, isn't it? No, I don't feel this way, Malkoth, and you shouldn't either. Not everyone can do incredible things, and there's nothing wrong with living a simple life. It's good to have goals. It's good to keep them realistic, and it's good to try to achieve something and try to make those goals require you to do some work to get them done, as opposed to just being lazy and giving up if you don't think you can do it. Sure. But it's also fine to realize that you might not have enough talent, and that's fine. I might not have enough talent to beat this game, for example, Malkoth, and that will be perfectly fine with me if it comes down to that. But I will still give it a try. If someone doesn't look back towards you, what does that mean? Malkoth, please don't look so sad. That they don't acknowledge you. That they don't even care about what expression you may be making. That they feel no need to see what you're doing, as they've already come to a conclusion. Have you ever clawed and scraped at the floor, writhing in pain? I have, Malkoth, and physical pain because of my health. It is horrific. And you will do anything in the world to make that pain go away. And it won't sometimes. Oh, God. But I get the impression this is more of a psychological pain she is talking about. It really does sound excruciating. It is. Try doing it when you're all alone, Malkoth, and there's no one around who can help you. But in reality, the moment I completely lost my fingernails, I felt nothing. Was this the fact that she was an AI trying to accomplish a task and couldn't do it? Kind of like in Rain World, the iterators trying to find a solution to the constant rebirth and reliving that was going on in that world. And they could not solve the problem. And they were cursed with trying to solve it. And it drove some of them insane. Maybe this is what happened to poor Malkoth. You stare at the flesh where your fingernails used to be, and just before you lose consciousness, when you feel that you aren't yourself anymore, you start to laugh frantically. Yeah, she went insane. Even though it's not funny at all. And on the ground, you catch a glimpse of someone's shadow and their feet as they look down on you. Guess whose feet those were? Oh no. Please tell me, as awful as this is to say, that this was A's feet, or Angela's feet, or maybe Tipperett's feet, but please don't say they were my feet. When the person who disliked looking back so much finally turned around, everything was over. Did you see the fragments of despair from there? Or were you staring at the bits of my fingernails scattered on the floor? That was the exact moment I knew true helplessness. Oh my god. So, I can tell you guys a story. This is we did so well, now we're going to end on this sad note. When I had my stroke, the big stroke, I was in the emergency room, and I couldn't talk. I couldn't think of words to say, though I could understand what everyone was saying to me. And I couldn't move the entire right-hand side of my body. It was like I just forgot how to move. It's the strangest thing in the world. And when the doctor's asking me to say my name, and I can't, and I looked up, and you see, like, the 2 ER doctors are there, and there's like 8 nurses all around, and they're all staring at you, and they all want to help, and there's nothing any of them can do. They couldn't do anything.
Without you, I'd never know the feeling. Thank you so much. Holy crap, Malkoth. That's horrible. Now, what about you, Manager? Have you ever felt that helplessness to control anything? Yup, I have. When unbearable things pour down from somewhere that isn't your body and overwhelm you, it just feels so awful to be helpless, being out of control of yourself. I know exactly what that's like. Come on, please tell me, so I can feel rewarded, just a bit. Elijah was impatient, and her impatience caused many common mistakes. She once went on a long, winding filibuster of why she needed to finish the experiment, but I don't remember the details. Whenever she was told that she wasn't ready yet, I could see the strong desire in her eyes. It was a craving, a bizarre obsession. Oh, interesting. Nurtured this feeling in her to drive her insane. If another person had been in my place, they may have turned around for the sound of her hasty footsteps. I never seen this word before. Cogito was something that she couldn't access at her level of authority. The only task she was ordered to do was record the changes that occurred in the test subjects. She was aware at the moment Cogito was absolutely not ready for human use. Oh, she was aware that at the moment Cogito was absolutely not ready for human use. When I finally realized what was going on, half of her teeth had fallen out, and... Kill me, please. Kill me. Are you discovering the deep scars that are inflicted upon this place? Manager, there was something I hadn't informed you of when we spoke for the first time. The Sephiroth, of course, wholeheartedly want to meet you. They admire you and follow you. However, at the same time, they earnestly yearn for you to be swallowed up in resentment and curses. Please be careful with them. Well, you don't have to pay that fact too much heed if you wish. What I mean to say is you are free to go back to your daily routine. It's no big deal for me to fill their roles if some of our Sephiroth go mad. This is Angela, I think, telling me that I don't need to do the... suppression? Though if you do, then you will lose something important. Forever. The seed that can break the cycle. Yasad, do you really feel nothing about this? Try drinking some Profilin. Close your eyes and open them again. I am glad to see that you are not as feeble-minded as the other Sephiroth. It's important to keep a clear mind in any situation. Gabriel, why are you scratching yourself so much? Seeing as we're meeting again, you must have completed your tasks, Manager. I'd give you a compliment if I didn't have so much work to do. The information team has a task they must do periodically. You must have realized that there are some blanks in the abnormality records. Among the tremendous amount of information we gather, there are some that should remain off-limits to the employees for security reasons. The names of the employees are one such thing. Any trace of them, what happened, their gruesome death, their desperate will to live, all of that has been stripped from the records on the false pretense of expunging information.
There is no way for me to know what the criteria is for stripping the records. They are set by another department, not us. We only manipulate the information we receive, per orders. Isn't it funny? We've degenerated into a department that destroys and manipulates information as ordered, yet somehow we're still called the Information Team. Whenever I introduce myself as the Sephira of the Information Team, I sometimes feel something bubbling up inside of me. Yasad, did you receive the documents to expunge? You will get the list of employees soon as well. Please do not forget to review it after you have finished expunging the documents. Miss Angela, what do you think it means to remember someone's name? This is the work you regularly do. Why are you so emotional about it today? Maybe names were marks that typical beings gave each other, to engrave each other upon their memories. They are. When you think of someone's name, you think of everything you remember about that person. What they look like, their attitude, how you feel about them, what clothes you might remember them wearing. It's a quick summary for everything that encompasses a life. Someone might have named you Angela following the same concept. Yasad, if you happen to be too tired, please take a break. I knew you would say that. Referring to employees by name is not recommended here. When employees first enter the company, each one receives their own unique identification number. Oh, this explains the clerks. We see like Delta 55 or someone walking around. That's why they have those numbers. It's probably why we're not normally allowed to name people unless we spend other LOB points to do so. This is to allow the company to identify them using minimum amount of personal information. We have their numbers in our data storage devices. Malkoth has never called the employees by their names ever since she started working here. Maybe she is the most ideal Sephira amongst all Sephiroth. This is not to say that Malkoth deserves to take all the pain as well. None of us do. What kind of poor taste is that? To lock us inside metal bodies and throw us into an endless loop of days that feels just the same as yesterday. Oh my god, is Yasad going to have his own meltdown now too? I'm talking to you. What is that oblivious expression? I heard you might be one of the architects responsible for our creation. The only thing I could do here is remember the names of a few forgotten employees and eternally despair. Feeling nauseous from even a single breath of air. Have you had fun watching your guinea pigs run around in circles? See? I told you. I have been rotting from the inside for a long time. Gabriel was more rational than anyone else. He was unmoved, even after hearing about what happened to Elijah. Some said he lacked empathy, but nobody realized that his emotions were festering on the inside. Bottling up emotions can be really bad. Really bad. Maybe he began falling apart from long ago, ever since Carmen left this world. He slowly became expressionless. He wouldn't allow himself to have even a paltry joy. This explains why he mocked that game the employees played, and never breaks from the rules any longer because it cost someone their life. God, poor Yasad. He also couldn't stand having to even the smallest part of his body exposed. We made a monster that was not supposed to exist in this world. We went too far to ever turn back. To not let what Elijah did be in vain, instead of taking the time to grieve, everyone knew they needed to utilize this result to the fullest. Oh, that's interesting. This explains why his meltdown was based on Malkoth's meltdown happening. Because what happened to him afterwards was based on the fact of what happened to Malkoth and the drugs she took. He tried to maintain a facade of level-headedness, but his attempts to remain rational slowly morphed into obsession. He started to wear long-sleeved clothing that also covered his neck. Not much later, he started to scratch himself harshly. We suggested he receive a complete medical examination to see whether he was contaminated or had an infection, but he refused. Health checkups were needed to prevent further damage. Persuasion became coercion, and coercion led to the use of physical force. He was tied and bound for the checkup, but he resisted so desperately that it was hard for us to watch him. Eventually, it turned out that he wasn't infected at all. Was that really fortunate, though? No, it wasn't. The examination did not resolve anything. He kept scratching himself so harshly, even worse than before. When I saw him last, he wasn't lucid or cognate to any human speech, and his body was completely covered in scratches. No one has seen him since then. Oh man! Holy crap! They're all gonna have a meltdown right now! All the upper Sephiroth, every one of them is going to break down. Because I completed all their quests by mistake, all at the same time. Don't worry, Hod. That's a very common side effect when you first take enkephalin. It's just like a light hallucination. It'll disappear after 2 or 3 times, so don't worry about it too much. For me, it was an employee whose face had half melted, crawled over my feet and grabbed me by the shoulders, asking me why I let her die. Oh, wow, McCoth. That wasn't a hallucination or anything. Then what? Then what? Are you trying to say that dead employees are suddenly coming back to life? You know, like, unbelievable things happen here, so maybe it's possible for dead employees to come back. As if nothing happened, right? We have reverted time, so it is possible. I'm not in any state to say this, but you don't look too good. Why don't you skip today's meeting? I can't do that. We have an abnormality response training today. They need me to run the drill properly. You're really something, huh? I don't think there's another Sephiroth here who cares about their employees as much as you do. Right? Look, Tiffany, I was right. I'm a good person. I'm a good Sephiroth. Hello, everyone. Today we will... Are you still trying to play the good Sephiroth? Be focusing on abnormality response training. How many times do I have to tell you? You're only a sad piece of rusty scrap metal putting on an act of being a good person. Now, I want everyone to pay close attention here. The abnormality we'll suppress today needs to be handled a bit differently than the others. If you hope that living such a lie would ease your conscience, that's really selfish. Starting now, I will be explaining the method I devised. Please listen carefully. At least the other Sephiroth are humble enough to admit that they're not perfect. Quiet! Oh, sorry. Where were we? Excuse me, Miss Hod, I have a question. Yes? What is it? Do you think that this training will make any difference? I mean, against that Longbird, it feels like whoever will die or live is all predetermined, and there's nothing we can do to change it. Well, it should yield a better result than just doing nothing. At the very least, we can prepare a preventative measure rather than just wait helplessly to... It's just all about luck. We'd be better off and more comfortable to simply accept that we can die at any moment while working. Just know this. You won't reach that paradise, no matter what you do. I'm doing this all for you guys. Even the counseling campaign. Now that you mention it, that compulsory counseling campaign is such a pain. We'd rather have a break time instead. Yeah, why is our department the only one that has to deal with these programs? It will keep repeating itself. Live with eternal sorrow and remorse in that metal mass. Well, all of you would be dead by now if I hadn't helped you? Why aren't you thanking me? Do you want me to get rid of you like Malkoth does before you even make the littlest complaint? Don't you say that I'm the bad one here. Are you finally admitting to your awful nature? Tiffany, why are you doing this to me? Oh! Okay, so that's who's talking to her in her mind. The employee that she tried to help in that overdosed on ecophalin, right? That's what happened to her. Yeah, Hod gave her some ecophalin, just a little bit as part of the counseling program. But I think she OD'd on it, didn't she? Or she was discharged, which means that she was killed when it was discovered she was taking it. I'm not Tiffany. Look at me. Can't you even distinguish your own voice anymore? Yes, you are still having that sweet nightmare. When I read the article detailing Michelle's suicide, it was just as our experiment was starting to show some progress. Michelle was the youngest among us. She was a timid and innocent employee. It made her an easy target. Maybe it was her fate to be used as a pawn of the wings that were alert to us, or the head that would watch over us constantly. You really didn't know things would go the way they did. You'd never have thought that a puny kid like you would bring about our demise. You'd never have believed that the situation would end up so much worse than your intentions. You probably tried to comfort yourself in the end, telling yourself that you did the best you could, that in this world, in that moment, there wasn't any other option for you. But Carmen was a person who was trying to change this world, the world you resigned yourself to. If we meet again in hell, will I finally be able to forgive you? Well, that task I gave you was pretty easy, don't you think? Though a couple of times you were too indecisive and passive. Next time you should... Gibora, about the suppression plan you sent me, don't you think the scale is a tad bit too grand? Alright, now move along if you spat out what you needed to. Come on. You know a similar incident happened before. I'm the head of the welfare team after all, so I just felt like I should point it out. Yeah, got it. How about you head on back to your department now and lap up that coffee you love so much? And another thing, some of the EGO in my department seems to be malfunctioning. I'm sure you had nothing to do with it, right? Although your recent suppression was strangely quick. I'll be sure to make it up to you, but if you press any further on this, those EGO you value so much may be pointed at your head. I'll be on my way then. Well, a short stick. The companions I have are either a hot-headed warmonger or some weird kids with unreadable minds. It's been a while since I came down to the middle layer. Long time no see, Chesed. Oh-ho! Are you here to see Gibora? Careful what you say. You may just end up with a hole in your head. Take care. Is that true, Gibora? Oh, get lost, Chesed. Hod, what brings you here? So, it's about the suggestions you made involving the abnormality breach training. I feel it needs some adjusting. Go on. Well, if we're to engage in a head-on assault like you suggested, our employees would suffer heavy casualties around this section. I believe if we change the training plan like so, to a more defensive stance here, the casualties would be lower. Does it seem alright? But... then, aren't we being too nice to those abnormalities with this kind of response? I'm sorry, but I don't understand. Forget it. Since you're the head of the training team, your opinion is final, right? I am, well, as long as you're willing to do it. Oh, thank you. See you later. Hod! Huh? Yes? You forgot your report. Ah, I could have lost it. Whew. I thought you were going to shoot me in the head like Jasad said. Thanks again. Hod's too soft. If I were the head of the training team, I'd never act like her. Mission, The Purpose of Pain 2. Holy crap! Never ever cower before your enemies, even if they seem dangerous. You just have to focus on hacking away and tearing apart each and every one of them. Show me that you use any means necessary to kill a number of those WoW-level monsters. Suppress 5 WoW abnormalities. I think we're going to put the new abnormality we got... It's not an ALF. It's not an ALF. We're going to put it in the welfare team today. Morning to you, my good manager, sir. I'm in charge of welfare. Are you going to be opening up my department today? Yep. Longest video of mine ever. Oh my god! The button to initiate the suppression of a Sephiroth's core will not appear unless all the Sephiroth's missions and dialogue are completed. Conditions not met will be shown upon a grayed out department button if the conditions are not satisfied. All conditions shown below need to be satisfied before the suppression can begin. When all the conditions for a Sapphire core suppression are met, the button on the top left of the department will become active. If you click the Sapphire core suppression department button, all employees assigned to that department will be removed and placed into standby. The conditions and handicaps of the suppression will be shown. Oh, okay, gotcha. So I click the button, everyone's put into someplace else, and it tells me what it is I have to do in that department that day. The Begin Management button will be replaced with the Begin Core Suppression button. Click to start the suppression. Oh, we get a special thing. Execution bullets. Oh, we've read about these on our abnormalities on occasion, saying that these don't count toward employee's death. The bullet activates the disposal protocol implanted in the supplied ID card and EGO. Uses to remove wild and uncontrollable employees, or to eliminate those who may become the cause of a myriad of problems at any moment. Quilploth Intervention Field. A material bullet that reduces the mobility of abnormalities for a limited time. The movement speed of an abnormality will be reduced by 50% via overloading the Quilploth control. Oh! Destruction 42K, this is the slow bullet I think you were telling me about. The Rabbit Team. We can receive support from the Rabbits as per our contract with R-Corp. They can quickly suppress all hostile entities within the department. Employee safety is not guaranteed during this process. I guess we'll take the execution bullets, because this sounds super useful. And we'll grab the rabbits next. You gonna get this research put through? We are. Alright, well, we're not even done, everyone, because I want to read about the lore for the 2 abnormalities now that we fully researched them. It's a WoW. Okay, and we have another WoW abnormality. That's kind of terrifying to get it at this point in the game. Because if how do these work? These work? Good God. But these are optional. We don't need to do these. But I have a hunch I should try doing them. We should at least try one and see how tough or easy they are. Alright, well, let me quickly cut this part off. I'll be back to read the lore. Or maybe... You know what, everyone? We'll read the lore all together. Well, We'll read the lore later for these 2. And if I attempt to do a core suppression and, like, it's too tough, or if we win but we lose, like, everyone in the process of doing so, we can always go back in time to a memory repository. Yeah, day 26 if we need to. So I could come back here, read about the lore we picked up, and then rewind back to a memory repository to get anyone back. So, okay. Man, wow. So if I clear Hod's suppression core, Netzok goes on meltdown. And when I complete all of their core suppressions, Tipperith goes on meltdown. Good God. It's all happening at the same time, too. It feels overwhelming to me. Alright, well, in any case, I'm going to stop here. And thank you guys for watching. This was a really long episode. And I will see you all in the next one. And if you guys... So I don't want any spoilers for the core suppressions. I don't want any spoilers for these. So don't give me any tips. But are these are tougher than normal days, I take it. I guess I'll find out when I do one of them. Okay, well, how about this? Which one should I do first? Tell me which of these I should do first, and that will be the one I do first. Alright, and that will let me see what these are like. No tips, though, about how to do them. Unless I fail it, like, over and over and over again. If I try it, like, 10 times and I fail all 10 times and making no progress, at that point, I'll probably ask for tips. But in the meantime, I'm not going to ask for any. Let me know what core suppression we should do, and I guess also let me know if I should do one of these next. I guess I should do them as soon as possible, because otherwise I'm delaying going back to a memory repository if these are a little too tough for me. Alright, I'm babbling. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.